All right, I am live and welcome to my channel, Inviting Possibilities. My name is Rochelle and I am here today to do a reading for Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. And I have already picked the cards from the Wisdom of the Oracle, and I will start with those. I have 3 of them, and then I will clarify with the Good Tarot. And and by the way, this is for your sun, moon, or rising sign. And if this doesn't resonate for some reason, you can check your other, check the other element videos. So yeah, I'm just going to dive right in. Thank you so much for being here. So we start with the Chaos and Conflict card in the reverse position. And so this is speaking about you're in some kind of situation, something that is a little bit crazy in your life. It's most likely affecting you directly. That's what I meant to say. And the reason why is because this card came up also in reverse in the protection position. And this is about feeling apathetic, feeling lazy, feeling a sense of inertia. And I think it has to do with this conflict that is going on, that maybe it's draining you. Maybe it's maybe you feel helpless in the situation. Maybe it makes you feel like you just want to check out, like you would just rather not have to deal with this. You're probably up in your head about it, and feeling kind of blah, to say the least. And what you are being called to do is, well, first of all, if you are feeling this inertia, this just general sense of apathy and laziness, the first step is to just get yourself moving. Get up and get yourself outside. Go for a walk. Move your body in some way. I was kind of feeling a little bit like this morning, and I cleaned my house, or I started to. I got a good bunch of it done, and that definitely got the energy moving, put in my music, started doing the stuff. And the thing about that with what I did is I was actually, by cleaning up my outer environment, it was directly affecting my inner environment. And that's how it goes. Our inside and our outside are directly related. And so if you do have chaos around you in a physical sense, like if there's clutter, if there's whatever doesn't feel good, do something to make it feel better, so that you at least have your own little space, your own little corner where you can look to and be like, yeah, that feels good. and we earth signs, we like to have more order in our lives. And so when the chaos and the conflict come up, it can be especially what's the word? Kind of throws you off balance, So if there's nothing you can do, in a physical sense, yeah, just go and get yourself moving, just so you can get out of your head and breathe some fresh air. And it will help to get you out of your head and clear up whatever is blocking you, because that's that block that's causing the kind of apathy and the laziness, the desire to retreat. And it will help you to figure out a way to right the situation. Um, Maybe if it's involving another person or other people, you can figure out a way to negotiate to make things better. As long as you kind of keep the have the idea that you want the highest good for everyone involved. Now is the perfect time to just dive in and deal with this. And yeah, maybe there's some kind of negotiating you can do. Um, there's definitely an opportunity for creating order in this situation. And by getting out of your head and into your body, get yourself grounded, because we earth signs, we do best when we're grounded. And that's when you really be able to connect your head and your heart, and you'll get clear and be able to figure out your next steps. And that's going to lead to serendipity, to great fortune and luck, and things just lining up perfectly, because you're clearing the space. And that's that's another thing about clearing. Like, for example, in my situation, just cleaning my house cleaned my mental space. So it got me out of my head, got me doing something, but then I have literally changed the energy. I've cleared up the energy. And so that allows new energy to flow, and clear thinking, and leads to great things. She's being lifted by this clover, and who knows where it's going to take her, but it's she's being taken care of. She's being taken to where she needs to go. So it kind of, whatever you figure out in dealing with this situation, it's going to boost you to the next phase, which is awesome. So let's do a little clarification on this, shall we? This is always my favorite part. I'm learning the cards slowly, and it really fills in the story. So let's find out, what's this about? 4 of Fire. Oh, I just got this one recently. This one's positive. So I think it's about relaxing, enjoying yourself. See, she's playing her flute. She's kind of just, sitting there, kicking back, enjoying herself. Fire is also about movement. So again, it's speaking to, like, do something that you enjoy, that's going to get you out of your head and into your body. A new creative phase, celebration, pleasure, and harmony in relationships. Yay. So a new creative phase. Maybe that is one of the things that you're meant to do with this telling you to get moving, is to focus on something creative, focus on a project, something where you're channeling that creative energy into something. And that's what's going to lead to this. It's going to get you out of the conflict and get you into the serendipity, into the synchronicities, and all the good things that are meant for you, are on your path, are coming to you. And it could be that the anxiety that you're feeling because of the chaos and conflict has kind of shut down your valve a little bit to the flow, and it's making the good stuff. It's slowing the progress a little bit. So in particular, use your creativity, and celebrate. Yeah. So if it is nice outside, go outside, celebrate the beautiful weather. We're, at least here in the Northern Hemisphere, we're getting into spring, and, we're having nicer days once in a while, which is really nice. And then pleasure and harmony in relationships. So if you have any friends, family, anybody around you who you can connect with, who you can spend a little time with, that's also going to help you get you into the flow more. And also pleasure and harmony in relationships. So it could be that if you are having some kind of conflict with someone or a group of someone's in your life, that this is the outcome, that whatever's going on is already going on, and so you might as well just deal with it head on. Grab the bull by the horns and just be like, okay, let's find a solution. And you're very good at thinking things through in a rational way, and figuring out a solution that's going to be a win-win for everyone. And that's where you end up. Isn't that nice? You get to celebrate. It's always nice when you can resolve chaos and conflict. It's like, oh, big sigh of relief. This one. Queen of Fire. She keeps showing up. She's been showing up in several readings. One of the things I noticed in a reading I did not too long ago is that she is holding the candle and it is lighting her heart space. And that's where she is being led from. That's what's moving her is her heart. So yeah, this is, show up from this place to deal with this. And you will come to this celebration. And what was it? Pleasure and harmony in relationships. I'll get this someday. I will. I promise. And the Queen of Fire, I think she is also about, creative collaboration. So soul connections, passion inspired by spirit, and the artist. Yeah. Creative collaboration. So use your creativity and use it with others. That's gonna boost you and the others as well. Maybe it's about figuring out what to do in a very creative way. But doing it from the heart. Because when you do things from the heart, then you're always doing it for the highest good for all. That's cool. Very, very cool. Soul connections. So, yeah. Awesome. What else? 6 of Fire. This is another good one. I mean, they're all good, really, but it's been a little while since I picked this one. Immediately I'm thinking about, how the ship it's flying in the air. It's being held up by the hot air balloon. And so that means that it doesn't have the obstacles or the things in its way that it normally would if it was on floating in the water, if it was on the ocean. This allows it to have much more freedom to be able to go farther, faster. and over the obstacles that it would normally have to go around. Yeah, and 3 fire signs, or sorry, three fire cards in a row. So this is very movement or oriented. You are really being called to take action, to get into your passion and your excitement, and use that to move forward. Oh, this is about stepping into the limelight. Being an enlightened influencer. Okay. So I feel like I want to get this is I want to get another card. I feel like I need a clarifier on this, because I feel like this suddenly took this in a different direction than I was expecting. So being an enlightened influencer, it's stepping into the limelight. Maybe that's a part of the creative collaboration. Maybe the creative collaboration and the, what was it, pleasure and harmony in relationships is somehow about stepping into the limelight and being a, what was it, an influencer of some kind, enlightened influencer. And that's what's leading you. That's what's allowing you to be lifted, because you are stepping in to that most authentic part of yourself. If you're an enlightened influencer, you are acting. You are letting the light of your heart move you and light the way for yourself and others. And that's opening you to the flow, which is opening you to all the good fortune and luck and abundance. Cool. Okay. Let's see. Let's pick another one. 5 of air. It's interesting because 5s typically are about chaos and conflict. And the air sign is usually about the mind and the mental space. So, it almost makes me, it brings the reading back full circle to this being caught up in the head, in the so caught up that you can't move, you feel paralyzed, and you start to feel just like lazy and apathetic. You just don't want to deal. But let's see what it says. 5 of air. Yeah, tension and conflict. My goodness, what is going on? You got some tension and conflict going on, but it can be dealt with. It needs to be dealt with. And you just taking that step, that first step might be a little, be a little uncomfortable. There can sometimes be some fear around making that first move. But the way this reading is going, it's really, as long as you just step in and speak from the heart, again, with everyone's highest good in mind, people are going to be like, oh my God, thank you. Thank you for saying something, because I didn't know how to deal with this. And you stepping forward just like diffused the whole situation. I'm going to pick one more. Hanged Man. He looks like he's Usually the Hanged Man is about purposely taking time to think about something. And it's a major arcana. Surrender. This is about surrender, is what it says in this book. Like, the thing is around his foot. I don't know, he looks like he's just kind of like, yeah, like he's not too terribly upset. He's just surrendering to where he's at. He's got the thing around his foot, but it looks like he could untie himself at any point. I mean, he has wings, so, it's kind of whatever the situation is. You can get yourself out of it. And the card is calling you to just surrender to what is. That this situation is here in front of you, so you might as well just deal with it. And once you do, you are going to feel so much better. And so is everyone else around you. When this card appears, I'm reminded that a delay is in my best interest. Yeah, surrendering and a delay. That until all the elements are in place, I meant to surrender to the greater will for the highest good of all. Time for me to let go of my attachment to how I thought things had to be. I wonder if that's a part of the conflict, is kind of a butting of heads. Well, this is how I think it should be. No, it really needs to be this way. And then, and, not seeing eye to eye. Or better to say, not being willing to see from another perspective, another point of view. And so maybe you've been in a time of surrender. Maybe you've been processing this, but you've been like over analyzing. Like, particularly if you're a Virgo, you are the master analyzer. Like that is your thing. You analyze, and that can you can very easily just think yourself into a rut. And that's why it's really important to do something creative. Yeah. Do something creative and get out of your head, and that will help you to gain the perspective you need to get in your heart, get in your body, and take care of what needs to be taken care of. Clear the air. It's all in your hands. You know what to do. You have the ability, and it won't take much. And if you need a little more time to think about it, that's fine. But don't sit there and wallow. Get yourself busy, especially doing something creative. And I'm telling you, it's going to lead to really good things. Creative collaboration. And what was it? Passionate and harmonious relationships. Definitely harmonious. I don't remember the P word, but I'll get there, I promise. And again, this card keeps drawing my eye. Stepping into the limelight, being an enlightened leader. So maybe this situation is, by going through it, it's opening your eyes to something, to some way of being or doing or thinking that you hadn't quite gotten to before, you hadn't been able to do before this situation. and taking the time to surrender, to just let it percolate. Brings you to this place where you have the aha, and you're able to take this and put it to rest. And this is the outcome. And this. And this. This is your ultimate outcome. And that's beautiful. That's your ultimate outcome no matter what. Because you're going to be you, and you know what to do, and you are awesome. And yeah, I have faith. I have faith in you, so have faith in yourself. All right, I'm going to call it good. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a great rest of your day and a great rest of your tomorrow, and wherever you are in the world. And I will see you on the next video. Mwah. Oh yeah, and like and subscribe.